Hey everyone, it's Britt, aka BL Kohler. So I wanted to give you guys an exclusive first look at Rumours from the Attic, written by me. It's narrated by the lovely, lovely Gary Morrell, and I absolutely adore everything that he has done with my book. So I'm not going to go on for too long. Without further ado, Rumours from the Attic, narrated by Gary Morrell.
Kim, September 2004. The box topples to the floor. Thank God it's the one full of clothes and not the fine china. My cat yowls, skidding into the corner before darting behind the couch. The box must have caught his tail. Sorry, Toby. His eyes lock on my feet from his new hiding spot, and I have to sidestep to avoid the wrath of claws. It's not my fault the box fell. I can't even bother to listen to my tabby's complaints. I'm overwhelmed by a never-ending sea of packing tape, suitcases and boxes. Kevin adds another and scribbles his name on all four sides with a black marker before adjusting his baseball cap. That's the last of mine. Oh, brilliant. I push hair away from my eyes and look at his clean-shaven face. Now can you make sure Annie packed? My brother scratches the back of his ankle with a trainer. He's older than me by 2 minutes. We just turned 20 a month ago. Our 6-year-old sister thinks if she doesn't pack we can't move. I hate to trouble him, but Kevin is a favourite. She don't understand, Kim. I know. My face softens. I don't expect her to understand. Since the accident, I've struggled to find the happy medium between big sister and mother figure. How do I go about explaining this? After we lost Mum and Dad, we couldn't afford the house. Toby creeps from behind his hideout and moves to the giant windowsill. He's so peaceful in the window watching the sunset. A beautiful contrast of purple, pink and blue hues contrasts the mood inside. I look about the room. Amazing how big a place can become without furnishings. Imprints from the frames and the nails that once held them prove we lived here. Tears sting my eyes. No, I can't cry. Kevin can't always be the strong one. Enjoy it while you can, Toby. Instead of being broken, I watch the sunset from the back porch a final time. Poor girl, must have worn herself out with all the crying. It's been a long day. When we fetch her, the wee bairn is curled on the floor with a pillow and a blanket. Kevin's shoulders droop before he kneels to pick her up. It's better she's asleep for this. Are you sure? This'll be the last time she'll see it. It's only 2 towns over, he whispers before walking to the car. I know, but it's different when the house isn't yours anymore. I close the door behind me and slip the key into the letterbox. The rational part of me agrees, but the ethical side wants her to wave home goodbye. I look through the window one last time and will myself to walk away. A lump begins to form in my throat. I go to touch Annie's hair, but my brother stops me. No, Kimberly. Kevin, please. I swear he can read my mind as the seatbelt clicks. She might get upset at first, he whispers. She's been through enough. Don't add this to Annie's list of traumas. I turn back round. My hair snags on the headrest and I close my eyes and swallow the pain. It can't get any worse. I woke up with a migraine. The kind that starts right at the back of my eyes and spreads to the rest of my head. Not a good way to start the day. Is there a good way to start a day like this? to kiss childhood goodbye and live in the run-down, rickety house because it's the cheapest 3-bedroom for rent in the area. At least none of us will have a last look. Seems fair, eh? Kevin will be busy driving. My eyes are closed, and my baby sister will be in a world of sleep and dreams. Let's get this over with, I mutter. Kevin's keychain jingles as the engine sputters. Toby's paw hangs out of the crate. I watch our house become smaller, stroking his ginger fur. On any other day, he wouldn't permit this, but he's good at reading people. We can't keep our home, but we still have the family cat. He's purring, and that's reserved for Annie. I hadn't realised we'd been driving until Kevin pulls into the drive. There's no garage, and that makes me uneasy. This town doesn't have a high crime rate, but teens with too much time have the tendency to smash windows. They assume theft and destruction of someone else's personal property is great fun. Why not do it when you know it's dark and the chances of getting caught are slim to none? Next payday, I'll get one of those signs that read, "You're being recorded," and pray the poor little shits don't call my bluff. Or we'll get lucky and the rumours will keep them away. Kevin smiles and steps out. Home sweet home. Last time we were here, a few shingles were missing. Someone must have done maintenance because it's repaired. I open the door and set the cat carrier down before getting out to stretch my legs. Annie will think we live in a castle. I gaze up at the Victorian home. The roof is triangular. A long porch starts at the steps and extends all the way round to the back. Or she'll go hunting for Dracula, blah, blah. His Yorkshire accent disappears, replaced with full Transylvanian. Blood is the key to everything. Oh, stop. You're scared if she hears you talking like that. Your accent's terrible. We cut our laughter short when Toby meows in the crate. I pick him up and descend the steps. It's safe, Toby. Why do I need to reassure him? I don't know. I just need to convince myself that everything will be fine. The living area has a fireplace. They always look cosy in the films, but this place makes me uneasy. I'd felt it last time, but I blamed grief. The movers did a decent job with furniture arrangements, but this doesn't feel like home or welcoming. We've moved in, but I can't escape the sense we're intruding. Our family pays rent, but does that make it ours? Kim? Annie tugs the hem of my shirt. I want to go home. This is our home, Annie. At least until Kevin and I become more financially stable. She gazes at me in stunned silence. Poor little dove has been doing that a lot. According to the therapist, it's just shock and will fade with time. Her tiny head touches my hip as she shakes. Oh, sweetheart. I run my fingers through her long brown hair. Just like Mum used to do when we cried. It's okay to cry. She's too young to be without Mum and Dad. I'll never be able to comfort her like our mother did, but I'll be damned if I don't try. You don't have to hide it. My voice cracks and tears come. This time I don't stop. I hear Kevin set a box on the kitchen table. He puts his arms around us. For the first time since the funeral, we cry together. The next day goes by uneventful. All unpacking and debates on who gets to stay where. I'm in the room by the staircase. My bedroom is an icebox. The landlord warned us the house was drafty, but this is absurd. I place the box near the bed and check the window. No cracks. No draft. Odd. The heat needs to kick on. It can't be cold all the time. Kim? A voice calls as I unpack my figurines. I'm here, Kev. Careful! The last step is a wee bit loose. What? Kevin stops and pokes his head through the doorframe. I could have sworn he was downstairs. I took my head. Where have you been? In the attic. I wanted to check no little creatures were running about. I found some droppings near the entrance. Didn't find any mice, though. Did you call me? No. But Annie's in the kitchen. No. It must have been Kiddo, then. Little doe's hungry and I'm starving. What do you say we take a break and make dinner? Get our energy up and all that. Sounds good. Kevin hooks his arm in mine and leads me to the staircase. I glance over towards the attic door. Something about it isn't right. It's like I'm under surveillance. Do you believe the rumours? About the woman and the baby? He shakes his head, walking down the steps. Since when do you believe in ghosts, Kim? He snaps and then takes me aback. Kevin's not one to just lose his temper, even under the most stressful situations. It's a new place. It'll be weird. Enough, at least for now. The last thing we need is Annie getting nightmares. It's an old house. People talk. That's all. Something smacks against the window so loud we jump and rush to investigate. What the hell? Kevin, being an athlete, arrives first. Did someone throw something? I join him and peer out of the curtains. There's a bird lying in the grass. Poor bloke. Must have broken its neck. Yeah. Death follows us wherever we go. Can't escape it. Kevin shrugs. We'll all go someday. Sorry. He runs a hand over his face. Guess I'm tireder than I realised. It's okay. He's right. I'm being paranoid. Something breaks in the kitchen. We both jolt and see Toby running off. One of the ceramic decorations that come with the house is splintered into 1,000 pieces. I'll get a tea towel. Lord knows where the broom is. I take the one already draped over the oven and kneel to collect the shards. One gets stuck in my hand. A small droplet of blood rolls down the side of my hand. You're bleeding. Kevin kneels beside me and sweeps up the rest. I'll take care of this. As the droplets seep into the wood, a faint glow radiates from the floor. When I blink, it's gone. I shake my head and walk to the sink to clean the cut. A trick of sunlight through the window. Kevin's joke from earlier rings out in my mind. Blood is the key sounds ominous when I think about the house's history.